Hey everybody, what's going on? This is FS. I just wanted to make a quick video thanking Kirk, TJ motherfucking Kirk, the amazing atheist, as a certain individual likes to call him, for giving smaller creators like me the opportunity to shill their channels basically in the comment section of his video. Thank you so much. It actually helped. I got 5 new subscribers, and I also want to thank them, of course. Thank you. I'm gonna flash your names here or whatever across the screen. Obviously, it's kind of ridiculous to thank every new subscriber or whatever, because I mean, if I had like 100,000 subscribers, I couldn't do that. But I mean, if I had patrons, I would do the same. So, and you know, when you're a small creator and you have a smaller fan base, it's easier to interact with your fan base anyway. So, fan base, I'm sounding so fucking pretentious. No, whatever. So yeah, thank you new subscribers. You won't regret it. I've got some amazing varied content coming up. Really, shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to TJ, the amazing atheist, for giving us this opportunity. I mean, now I'm close to 40 subscribers. I mean, it sounds kind of ridiculous, I know, because, I mean, yeah, but I already freaked out when I had like more than 10. 1 or 2 years ago, I still had like 20 or whatever, and over the last year or so, I reached like 34, and now I'm close to 40, and maybe I'll reach 50 then in the coming months or whatever, and then it'll be like not that far-fetched that I'll reach 100, and so on and so forth. So really, thanks a lot to you guys. And I also want to give my quick perspective on this whole new 1,000 subscriber, 4,000 hours of watch time threshold that YouTube has implemented, that led to TJ Kirk making this video, giving small creators this opportunity. I agree with basically everything TJ said in this video. I mean, it's kind of strange how these bigger creators act like, well, it's nothing, like $2 a month or whatever, or $100 every other month. Why are you bitching just because of that small amount of money? Like, they were there at 1.2, and I really don't understand why they don't understand that just because $100 or whatever doesn't mean anything to them. That doesn't mean that it can't mean something to someone else, you know? Obviously, you can't live off of $30 a month or whatever, but like TJ said, first of all, it's still motivating. It's still nice to see that the effort and the work that you put in is worth something, has some kind of monetary value. And secondly, it can be part of your income. It can be supplementary. It can pay groceries or whatever. It can help your family out, even if it's just $100 a year or $50 every other month or whatever. It can still help. And thirdly, it gives you some kind of hope and some kind of perspective. It motivates you. You look at your income from YouTube and you watch it slowly grow, and you think maybe it could become more later on. Maybe it could work out later on. You recognize, you know, that it's at least worth something now. Maybe it'll grow. At least some people value it. So there might be a chance that, you know, it might get rolling. It might be valued even more, especially if you see, like in my case, like, yeah, I've been doing this for 7 years, but it's been a very, very slow growth. But at least it's a growth. At least it's something. At least I'm growing slowly. So it's motivating to see that. And I don't understand why these bigger creators don't understand that. And yeah, you shouldn't do it just because of the money, obviously. I mean, even Justin Wang said it's kind of hippie-like to say you shouldn't do it just for the money. I mean, even he admits that it's kind of nice to get some kind of monetary value, to see that what you're doing is valued. And obviously everyone needs money, so we need to be realistic about this. But then Justin Wang still in his video goes on to complain about us smaller creators complaining, which he himself doesn't have that large a subscriber count. So I don't get it. It's not in itself the fact that, you know, YouTube wants to take $2 away from me or whatever. It's more the psychological and mental thing. Like I said, it's motivating to see that it's valued, etc., etc. And also, and that's something that I don't know, not many creators I've heard mention, YouTube has made it so fucking clear over the last years that it doesn't want certain creators on this platform. And I mean, this new threshold, even if you just take the money out of it, is yet another nail in the coffin of these restrictions. I mean, the shadow banning, the restricted mode, the 10,000 lifetime views that you need to have before you can monetize your videos, the PewDiePie scandal with these hit pieces, Logan Paul, and letting certain content, certain bland content like beauty tutorials and super fake happiness vlogs and just bland content show up more in the algorithm compared to, even though it might even be at least as popular, some other content like science stuff, like discussions and debates, like comedy and original animations, or even commentary, social political stuff. Even though it might be as popular, YouTube clearly has, a preference, and this is just another nail in the coffin. So it's not inherently the money thing, it's more that it's almost like YouTube is giving us smaller creators a hint, like, yeah, theoretically you could stay on this platform, but I don't know, maybe you should rethink it, like implicitly telling us we don't want you here. So it's demotivating to see all these steps, and at some point some creators are just gonna say, like, the balance between what you put in and what you get out of it will be just off. Like, it's not worth it anymore. It's just too much of a hassle to get your content up there, to meet all the restrictions, all the requirements in your video. This uncertainty of not knowing, have I really met this? Because the guidelines are very vague anyway, and then not having the content be viewed and not having it thrown out to the subscribers and all that stuff. So at some point, I can absolutely understand it that some creators are just gonna say, this is clearly not working, or it's not worth it, or YouTube doesn't want me here, I'm wasting my time, I should just try it somewhere else or try something else. So not just because of the money, at some point it's just not fun anymore having to look at all these requirements and having to fear that you get demonetized or that your subscribers don't see it. You might even lose your channel or might get a strike or whatever, because the copyright system is also fucked up. Not being able to curse, like YouTube mistaking advertiser friendly with family friendly, which is ridiculous, because obviously Game of Thrones and commercials for beer or whatever is also theoretically not kid friendly or child friendly, family friendly, but it's still advertiser friendly. So the adults are where the money is. The adults are the ones you should advertise to. So any company would gladly sponsor Eminem or Game of Thrones or, I don't know, the new Killswitch Engage album or whatever, even though these things aren't necessarily family friendly and would probably not be advertiser friendly by YouTube standards. So it's all these things, it's tough already, it's a hassle anyway, it's just unnerving. It's in the back of your mind, even if you think, I'm gonna do it anyway, it's fun for me, it's the only thing I can do, it's the only thing I'm good at, I love making videos, etc. It's still in the back of your mind that YouTube doesn't want you here, and it's still annoying to meet all these criteria. And this is just the beginning. I don't know, for now maybe I'm safe, but I don't know, YouTube always changes things around. So at some point the stress and the annoyance might be just too much. So even if you completely take the money out of it, I mean, it's just more the psychological aspect of it. So I can absolutely understand that smaller creators might just say, I'm not gonna do it anymore, or I'm gonna do less because of this new threshold. This is just another one of these restrictions, even if you never intended to monetize your videos, or if you don't care, it's still another one of these implicit statements from YouTube saying basically that they don't want you here. So it's demotivating, it's frustrating. So I can absolutely understand why people are frustrated. So it's not inherently the money thing, it's the demotivation that comes with all these restrictions and this newest one. Ironically, this new restriction makes it even I find less likely that you might reach 1,000 subscribers one day, which is ironic because you have this pressure and you're thinking, oh my god, I'm not getting anything out of this, my work is not valued, I might do less, I might feel less motivated to do more content, or I just might not be able to because this little money that I got is missing too now, even though it hasn't been that much in the first place. So I just might not be able to do as much content, so it is less likely that you might reach 1,000 subscribers one day. So I mean, some people say that if something is at stake as it is now, you might feel more motivated to reach these 1,000 subscribers because something is actually at stake, your money is depending on it. But no, in my opinion, it makes it less likely because it's demotivating seeing all these restrictions and you have to meet this and this and that, and that YouTube doesn't want you here. And this is just the pressure that's on me now, or on these creators. So I don't understand why these larger creators don't understand that, you know, just because a few bucks a month don't mean nothing to them doesn't mean that it can't mean something to someone else. And it's not just about the money, it's about the pressure. And I know I sound extremely arrogant or whatever, but it's also about all these restrictions and the mental, psychological pressure that they put on the creators. So these creators, they know this. They have been through the apocalypse. They have been through the PewDiePie scandal, through the Logan Paul scandal, through restricted mode, advertiser friendly, the mustard yellow $sign demonetization. So I don't understand why they don't understand that. It's all I'm trying to say. But, you know, I guess that's it. I just wanted to make this video. So very quickly, thank you to TJ Kirk. Thank you to my new subscribers. And I'll speak to you again very soon.